want someone to, okay, so this is the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
And how can I exit this and go to the next one?
Yeah, it'll
Okay,
come
go
up,
ahead.
yeah, YouTube will come up. Okay.
Huh? You know what? Thank you.
Prepared.
I don't know what time.
You don't? That's for me, so I can put like how long.
Sorry, I've been sick, so if I am sweaty. Okay. Oh, my head's weird.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Good morning. My name is Luciana Virgilio, and today I want to talk to you about the occupational hazards. We're going to see a quick video right now, and the purpose of this speech is for me to persuade you that it's your responsibility to increase or decrease jobs in California. It doesn't have to have a volume. Thank you. As you can see in the video, robots like the one we saw in this video will eventually replace a lot of our works, like such as warehouse people, such as mechanics, creators of vehicles, or office assistants, or even doctors, believe it or not. Today, I would like to talk to you about how using the self-checkouts will affect people's life. And also, I would like to show you several examples of stores that even they close or they will be closing down soon. After that, I'll be showing you, and last I'll be showing you what can you do to prevent this from happening. Let me first begin with how using self-checkouts will affect people's life. Well, first, you can leave people without a job. Second, you can leave people homeless due to not having enough money or having zero income to pay their rent or their mortgage. Or preventing people from having health insurance, life insurance, retirement, vacations, sick time, and things like that. Also creating unemployment, more cases in unemployment. Why? Again, because we're always in a rush and we try to, hey, let me do the self-checkout and not thinking, what's going to happen after that? Maybe now I'm preventing somebody from having a job. We also increase the government assistance. People go and get health benefits, they get CalFresh or food stamps, they also get welfare. So things like that, who's paying for that? So if we think ahead, we also think, okay, we all are paying for those benefits and those support for them. With that being said, and after my research, let me show you a couple of stores that were closing down. Remember Blockbusters? How many of you remember that? Okay, so now we have the big fridge, right? The red fridge, I call it, which is Netflix. Blockbuster closed down a long time ago. And we also have places like Toys R Us. Now we buy everything online. Trust me, I love Amazon, but a lot of these stores are closing down because we all purchase online. Mervyn's, I mean, I used to love shop there, and now we're not, it's not even available. And now, according to the HeroEdge.com, occupational hazards like this will show us the percentage or the high risk percentage of several different job descriptions that they're going to increase by 2030. So that's showing you here the construction, manufacturer, administrative support, and all that is showing you how it's going to increase, because obviously we're going to decrease on workers. And now, last but not least, there is several things you can do to prevent this. One can be that every time you go to a store, try to choose try to avoid the checkout machines, and by doing this, you automatically will be creating more jobs, or even maybe increasing more hours for those people that already have a job. Like even Target, I have a cousin that works at Target. She's part-time student. She's part-time worker there, and believe it or not, in the last couple of years, her hours decreased, and she's only on call because they just waiting for, to have a couple more registers available. So now they open more registers that are machines, but not human beings. So put yourself in their shoes. Also, when you go to places like Panera Bread or Costco, recently put like a big table with 6 computers, and when you go and order food, you have the 2 options. You can go to the line on the register, or you can also choose the food on the iPads. So when you go there, try to go to the register. Also, when you go to a restaurant, try to order with the waitress and not with the iPad. That's gonna really help conserve their jobs. In conclusion, I went over several things. First, how using the checkout machines will affect people's life. Second, I show you several examples of the stores that closed down, and also how can you avoid this or prevent it. And remember, the next time you go to the store, it is your choice to create more work and help people continuing either working or increase their hours, and not ending up being like this. Thank you very much.
Okay, so do you know who the largest employer in this country is?
No.
Does anyone know who the largest employer in this country is? Okay, you want to take a guess? Who?
Google.
No?
McDonald's,
Walmart is the largest employer.
Well, I was reading last week that McDonald's between 2017 and 2018 let go 4,000 people due to self-checkouts.
Okay, yes, but my point is, so these workers, it causes the economy, we get a false sense of security from these jobs. Because, like, for example, right now they're boasting, we have the lowest unemployment in the history of unemployment. But the facts are that a majority of those jobs are underemployed jobs. So people are working 20 hours a week, and they're making minimum wage. They can't support their family. There's a high percentage of them still on public assistance, and so it's misleading. So our economy is not as good as we think it is, because just because you're employed doesn't mean you can support your family, doesn't mean you're off welfare or any public assistance. So why not, if you see that jobs are going in this direction, why not get yourself ready and make yourself employable in those jobs? Someone has to design the robots, someone has to put them together, someone has to test them to ensure that they're working correctly. So why not get a job like that instead of working at Target?
Because a lot of us are not ready to be, or not even prepared to be engineers to create those robots. So the larger the funnel goes like this, where now we have people that pick up fruit, we have people that work in construction, we have people that go to school for several variety of positions or careers. But now not everybody likes, or not everybody studied to be an engineer to create those robots. So I think the percentage of creators of robots it's less than all of us. So to me it's more like, if let's say I'm 55 right now, and or 50, whatever, and I actually find it, and I've been working for Walmart for the last 10 years. I've been having full time. The company has the right to give me part-time, because I was reading exactly about Walmart. Several people, 50-year-olds, actually in August last year, a 55-year-old lady went from full-time to part-time. They didn't let her go home, they didn't fire her, but now she's locked up of a lot of the benefits went down, because when you're full-time, they give you 5.5 hours of sick time or whatever, and now it's half, or and some of those benefits are gone. So to me, it's more like, I'm not against the machines. If we're gonna think about out of the presentation, it's not that I'm against the machines. It's more likely I put myself on those shoes. I've been working my butt off for that company for several years, and now all these machines are replacing part of it. Obviously, if it hasn't touched you, if it hasn't, like if you don't have a friend or family member that actually went through that, it's kind of hard to understand why. But, and yes, you're right, it's going to be the future, as you can see on the stats. So it is what it is. It's just that little by little, what can we do to help that happening not as fast?
Well, who can tell me why hours are cut from full-time to part-time?
Because they don't want to pay the benefits.
Benefits.
Same thing with
Yes.
robots. Robots are not going to fight because they don't need to go to the doctor. They don't need retirement. They don't need all this.
Right.
So that's the reason why they're doing it.
Well, but they were doing it even before, because what they were doing is just hiring more people. They'll cut your hours and hire another person, because they would rather have 2 part-time people than 1 full-time
Yes.
person and have to pay the benefits. So for me, that's about the loyalty of the company to its employees, not the robots, because that was going to happen anyway. And then it was going to inflate our economy. Then they say, oh, we even have more people who are working now. No, they're just hiring more part-time people so they don't have to pay benefits, and you don't have to pay health insurance, you don't have to pay 401k, none of that. And so I think it's not just because of the robots. I think of it as loyalty to its employees, and these companies have no loyalty to their employees. It's all about their bottom line.
That's all.
Walmart makes multi-billion dollars a year in profits, and they can't give their employees health insurance? So, all right, any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.